The Ranch is an organization founded by and in honor of those with a shared love for the game and faced with the same silent struggles. One of the inspirations for this organization is Mark Pavelich, member of the 1980 Olympic Miracle on Ice team and New York Ranger, who tragically took his own life after battling from intense mental illness. Pavelich was an incredible athlete, as well as a wonderful man, who was tortured by trauma and plagued with excruciating demons that were not aided by the coupling of chronic traumatic encephalopathy, which is commonly known as CTE. He is held near and dear to the hearts of the Eagles Healing Nest, as he was undergoing treatment here before his untimely death. Pavelich had a desire to create a facility similar to that of the Eagles Healing Nest, which treats veterans who struggle with mental illness, addiction, and PTSD. Athletes and veterans are not exempt from mental illness. Many sustain injuries such as TBIs, CTEs, and PTSD that can contribute to a decline in mental health. The Ranch and the Eagles Healing Nest are here to help. Pavelich wouldn't live to see his dream come into fruition, but the seed had been planted, and with the help of those also impassioned to support those who are struggling, we are now proud to present The Ranch, Teammates for Life. The Eagles Healing Nest Executive Director, Melanie Butler, has kindly extended a helping hand to the Ranch startup by allowing the usage of one of the old houses on the Eagles Healing Nest property to be renovated for residents of the Ranch to begin their healing process. Here is a little bit more about the Eagles Healing Nest and the Ranch so that the benevolent, united, and shared passions of both programs may be better understood. The Nest and the Ranch work together to break the stigma that those such as veterans and athletes have to remain tough and push through the pain that comes with addiction and mental health. Those who come here find a sense of belonging and purpose again. Therapy is provided by our partners Healing Grace, as well as personal development classes, sobriety support, volunteer work, community living, and a vast array of other fun activities, facilities, and opportunities. These all adhere to our standard of healing and help support each individual to find sobriety, peace of mind, and to love themselves again. The Nest has become a safe haven for veterans, and now it is helping athletes start to find peace. There is now a place for struggling and hurting athletes to put the teamwork we've seen on the ice, field, and court, now put it to use to create miracles of healing.
So the Nest has pretty much given me my entire life back. I came here completely broken, was living out of my car, addicted to a bunch of things, and got here in the first 2 months. I wanted to leave, but that's kind of everyone who goes to a place that they're not familiar with. But within the first few weeks, I just loved it here. Everyone is super friendly, accepting. I'm one of the few civilians here, but that didn't matter to anyone. We're all addicts and have our own problems going on. So while I've been here, it's almost been 2 years now. I've got my job back, got my license back, I got a vehicle again, and a whole group of friends that I have that I, in my personal opinion, are going to be like life-lasting friends that I'll have till I'm old. So it's an amazing place. Super excited for my future, which I wasn't 2 years ago. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Hi, my name is Dallin Malarchuk, and I'm part of the Ranch program that's partnered with the Eagles Healing Nest. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my story and the healing that I've achieved through the Nest and the Ranch. I come from a family that suffers from mental illness, trauma, all that sorts. I'm the daughter of a professional hockey player, and through the Ranch, I have learned to love myself again. I have learned that healing is not only possible, but more attainable than I ever thought. And I can't thank this place enough for what I've learned and who I am now. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Daniel McMahon. I am a recent resident, recently soared member of the Eagles Healing Nest community. I came here in July of 2022. 22-year veteran of the U.S. Coast Guard. The Nest found me kind of, serendipitously for me, because I honestly believe, I know as a moral certainty that the Nest saved my life. I was an alcoholic that had lost my ability to manage even the most basic human functions. At the time that Melanie Butler called me, I was only out of bed about an hour a day out of a 24-hour day. I had bed sores on my back. Premature liver failure, acute liver failure, jaundice. My skin was yellow, my eyes were yellow, and I needed to be helped in and out of my bed. Today I'm a fitness instructor in town. I ran the Nest physical fitness program in my last half of my time here. Yeah, the Nest's method for helping athletes with TBI, veterans with a myriad of issues, find their way in life again is a testament that I look at in the mirror every day. And I'm extremely grateful to Melanie Butler, her staff here, the ranch folks, and all of the supporters who do so much to make sure that a place like this exists. It's really a new paradigm for treatment that I think others should look at and accept that life is worth living. And that's me.
I'm just going to ask you some questions and you're just going to answer. So, what brought you to the ranch?
What brought me to the ranch is my connections through the hockey community. There was obviously connections throughout my life as a player and coaching, and then when there was things that went on in my life, those people reached out to me saying, either as a friend or as an ex-coach or ex-player, we want to make sure we help you. So those people got together and they connected me with Clint Malarchuk, who then connected me to the Nest.
Awesome. Tell me about your experiences here, and can you give me some positive things that have happened since you came?
The experience here, quite frankly, when I came here, I was concerned. I didn't know what environment I was getting into. However, I was really surprised within the first 2 weeks, understanding the fact of how the vets that are here on campus and what we went through as hockey players and coaches or families of those individuals, how similar we were. And it was a lot easier for me to sit down and talk with them and be able to relay experiences. For example, our house manager, the first week that I was here, living with all these vets, not being a part of the vet community, I went to him and I said, how the hell do you do this? And he sat down and he looked at me and he goes, this is how I did it. And his experiences relayed the fact that this is a good spot for somebody that needs help, because I wasn't alone. They felt the similar things that I did.
Awesome. Prior to becoming a goalie, how did you afford the lobotomy?
That was when I used to ride bulls, and they did it naturally when they swung up and hit me in the head and knocked me out. So the bulls provided that lobotomy for me.
Okay, so what was your mindset before coming here, and what has changed? How have you changed?
My mindset before coming here was, quite frankly, I was very fortunate in life to be part of successful hockey programs as a player and a coach, and very fortunate in life to have taken those experiences and had success in the business world because of the things that I learned through my athletic background. But then all of a sudden life changes, and you sit there and you go, how did I go from here to where I am now in terms of thoughts and feelings?
Wow.
How did that change? When I came here, first and foremost, having the opportunity to help build the ranch and the physical component of it kind of put me in my comfort zone, so that may have helped me. But being here and realizing that my thoughts and feelings were not too different than a lot of people out there in life, that have made me feel even more comfortable, because I'm like, we've all gone through something dependent upon geographics, demographics, you name it, we've all gone through something, and we're not that far apart from each other. So it just simply made me feel comfortable.
Have you had having French fries without poutine? Can you give?
Oh no!
your
It's
comment on
first of all, it's not poutine; it's poutine.
Poutine. Okay,
And it's,
sorry, poutine.
It's a rather extravagant version of French fries, and if you get the proper cheese curds and the right consistency of gravy, they're spectacular.
I have to try it. Bring some back. Okay, so basically, to sum up some things, what do you want to see for the ranch going forward? Because you are one of the first residents, and so what, in your mindset and what you see going forward, what would you like? What are your aspirations for what you want to see the ranch in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years? What do you see for it? What would you like?
What I'd like to see, and I want to ensure, and I'm going to do my darndest to make this, is to leave a positive legacy. And that to me is, especially in the athletic world, you may never always, or no, you may not win the championship every year, but you keep on building to create that championship team. So it may be a legacy of just fixing things here at the ranch, similar to maybe a legacy in sports where you just try to have a better record year over year. But ultimately the end goal would be for people to come here, feel comfortable, to heal, to make sure that they are a part of a community that a lot of the rest of the world does not understand. But the people that are here at the nest, they do understand it. And we are no different than the rest of the people I talk about in the world. We just have a different journey than they do. So I want to create a positive place for them to come so they can have the best journey.
That's great. So one other thing that I want to point out is you have become so part of our world, and you have said the nest. And we just want to make sure everybody understands that the ranch is at the home of the Eagles Healing Nest, just so, but it's something that's being created here for the hockey players. And can you finally introduce yourself, because we didn't do that at the beginning, so tell people who you are.
My name's Dean Reed. I'm originally from Redwater, Alberta. I have two beautiful, incredible, intelligent daughters, Abigail and Katie. I have the great opportunity of having my dog Tucker here, and so this has been our home the past few months as we're building the ranch.
That's awesome. Thank you.